Hey guys, welcome back to Resistance Chicks. We're your hosts, the lovely Leah that always has a beat going on and dancing in her hips. Today is the 18th of February, 2019.
We got to talk about
We
this.
have to address this Jussie. It's literally J-U, like, I want to say Jurassic. Jussie Smollett. Now, if I am attacked by somebody, I want people to be taking me seriously, okay?
Well, he did too. He just set it up, and then had people take him seriously. He paid these two buff brothers here. Okay, so you guys, maybe you've had.
But you know what? Maybe they identify as white guys wearing mega hats.
You're absolutely right.
Duh.
Okay, so if you have had your head under a rock the past few days, if you do not frequent Twitter, which Twitter is like squirrel, you never know what the next 24-hour news thing is going to be, but this one has held its own.
Right.
Since Thursday.
That's an eternity.
In Twitterland, it's forever.
Right.
So no one knows who this person is. No one's ever heard of him.
Nobody knows.
I guess this is an actor. His name is Jussie with a Juss. Jussie. Jussie.
Yeah.
So Jussie Smollett is in a show called The Empire. Let me just give you an idea where it's coming from.
For those of us that don't watch TV, we are not going to be, and those of us that don't watch like BET, we're also not going to know. Am I right about that?
Yeah. No, it's on Fox.
Is it on Fox?
It's a Fox.
Okay.
It's Fox. So here, forget it. Nothing's coming up right. Anyways, he's an actor in a TV show called The Empire. Empire. It's a black majority television show, which most mega people aren't going to watch. So he tells this story that in December, on one of the coldest nights of our entire existence, okay, two white guys in hoods.
First they were hoods because I thought they were mega hats.
They had hoods with mega hats. Hoods with mega hats, okay? Red mega hats with hoods.
Okay, like
walking
a hoodie
around
with a mega hat on the hoodie.
At 2 a.m., walking around Chicago. It's cold
in Chicago at 2 a.m. I see why they'd be wearing the hoodie and the hat.
No kidding. So they're walking around with bleach and a rope. This is like the game of Clue, like Professor so-and-so in the kitchen with the knife, right?
With the bleach and the rope.
And everybody questioned this narrative that these two guys were walking around at 2 a.m. and they said, and they come up to him, this is what he says.
Okay.
Hey, you're that gay guy from the Empire show. This is MAGA country. And he says they proceed to bleach him and hang a rope around him.
Okay, but let's take this one thing at a time. Is Chicago mega country?
No, Jack. That's not what I would think of. Like, the majority of people ain't voting for Trump is Chicago. You know, maybe if he's in the hills of Tennessee or Alabama, we might take you a little bit more seriously. But he set up his little fake hoax crime in the wrong environment.
Yeah, like I would expect these people to be driving. What's the name of the Colonel? That
the
car.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, that one.
The Dukes.
Like they'd be driving that thing.
They did a good
with
job.
A Confederate flag.
They did a good job of framing conservatives with Charlottesville. They did a really good job with that one.
Right.
All right. So
I'm sharing this on Twitter. Y'all should too.
Everyone in the media jumped on it.
Yeah.
He got an interview with, I believe it was, which one is it? ABC. I'm going to bring it up.
Well, and I have the one up with Terrence Williams. It was on ABC. Yeah, that's who had it. The original.
So
interview.
I'm going to play this one clip here to get you an idea of who this guy is and how he felt about his fate. I'm going to let you guys, this is cat's out of the bag. I'm not setting this up to let you think that this is real. You know, see, these people at ABC watching this ABC thing on Thursday. Here's the thing: they filmed this, from what I understood, on Tuesday.
No,
I watched them talk about it. They filmed it on Tuesday. The police came out on Thursday saying they found two buff Nigerians, and everybody's like, "What do you mean Nigerians?
They were white guys. Are they white
Nigerians?
Like there's white South Africans. So many.
Yeah. So they went ahead and aired this, looking rather stupid. But here we go.
Jeez, it's gonna get loud. Nope, I guess not.
I don't know. Let's just hope that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not go there yet. Let's
I think she had just asked him, "What if they're not caught?"
I was talking to a friend, and I said, "I just want them to find them." And she said, "Sweetie, they're not gonna find them." That just made me so angry, because so I'm just gonna be left here with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be left here with like, so they get to go free and go about their life and possibly attack someone else, and I'm here left with the aftermath of this bull. That's not cool to me.
It's not cool, man.
That's not okay.
That is not okay. That these people,
I understand how difficult it will be to find them, but I still want to believe, with everything that has happened, that there's something called justice.
Yeah. Oh, there's justice, baby.
There we do have it. And guess what? We're going to make sure you get it. There's a grand jury convened against this young man.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even kidding you. Okay, so let me just kind of go over what's going on. This actor, Jussie Smollett, appears to have concocted a hate crime hoax with these two brothers, who is one of his personal one of them is his personal trainer.
So, like, do they get in trouble?
I don't know. They were caught, arrested and released.
Yeah.
And I guess if they speak out, they're probably going to cut a deal for telling the truth, right? How they found these two, I have no idea. But here's the thing:
that's some good policing.
Well, one of the things that threw the police on his trail was the fact that he took them to the spot, and he pointed and he said, "It's a good thing there's a camera here." Well, the camera was pointed in the other direction, and he obviously didn't know. So the camera didn't catch this. Oh my God. But the camera probably caught these people walking away. Like how they followed the people to where they were.
That's so crazy.
If he had done this, he would have wanted to do it in Alabama where there's not
I'm going to tell you something. As much as I believe that a lot in law enforcement, especially like the FBI and the CIA and stuff, is corrupt, okay? They know their stuff. They will catch you.
No.
I will never murder anyone. I don't care how smart I think I am. They will catch me.
What is it? Liars can tell a liar. You know what I mean? Fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
What is it? They
can't kid a kidder.
Can't kid a kidder. Exactly. So when they corrupt, I can tell. I can tell you.
Found you.
Okay, so what happened was this. This is brand new. This is breaking news, by the way.
You're hearing it first.
This part of the story is just out today, where he appears to have concocted this hate crime hoax because he was upset that a racist letter sent to the Empire studio didn't get a bigger reaction. But is the letter probably concocted? So as a result, he paid these two men allegedly each $3,500 each to rehearse and then attack him a week later in an attempt to frame Trump supporters as violent racists. Now, this from Paul Joseph Watson says the Daily Mail reports from investigation sources. Smollett posted numerous Instagram updates about his plane into Chicago being delayed so that Smollett could alert the men ahead of the attack.
Oh, wow.
So he's posting on Instagram, getting these people ready, these two guys ready. So what he did was he wanted to frame Trump supporters as violent racists because, as the meme going around says, America is actually so great and so safe, you have to frame and create fake hate hoaxes against gay people and black people because they don't exist, because they're not happening right now. Okay? So they're literally not happening. This is why they're upset, because every day on the news media you hear that Trump supporters are racist and homophobic and violent. And if you don't see it, you get angry, and sometimes you just go ballistic and say, "Well, I'm going to make it happen."
You know, and I have to hand it to Jussie Smollett. I want to give you a round of applause because you are dedicated to your cause. This is real dedication.
It is. But it's very leftist dedication.
I mean, you really mean it.
He is very political. He's very outspoken against Donald Trump, always calling him a racist.
I think I found a picture of him with Kamala Harris.
Oh, everybody loves this guy.
And I saw a meme with Kathy Griffin, and it was like one of these like the fastest person that can ruin their career, and then like Jussie comes in and says like, hold my beer.
I won. Except for Fox hasn't pulled its support from him, and we're gonna see how that plays out. When the letter didn't get enough attention, he concocted the staged attack. A source told CBS 2 investigator Brad Edwards. Other sources corroborated this information. The blockbuster revelation into at least a part of Smollett's potential motive comes 2 days after CBS 2 Charlie Day Mar reported Smollett and 2 brothers, Ola and Abel Asundario, staged the attack on January 29th.
So they're like literally brothers. It's not like brothers.
No, they're really
These
brothers.
Like brothers. They're like literally like we're sisters.
Yeah. So this reporter, DeMar, spoke on the phone with the Asundario brothers Monday afternoon, who said in a joint statement, "We are not racist. We are not homophobic. We are not anti-Trump. We were born and raised in Chicago, and we are American citizens." So this is from Charlie DeMar. This is a tweet that came out today at almost 3
So they're
o'clock.
not Nigerian, or
they are of Nigerian descent.
okay, but that doesn't make them like Nigerian. Like we're Swedish. If they were born in America,
I don't know if they were born. It didn't say they were born.
So they were born and raised in Chicago.
Yeah, you're right. So Smollett received a letter containing a white substance at Empire Chicago Studios.
Hang on, pause, scroll up so they can wait. This is if anything was ever staged, okay? Does that say mega up in the corner? This awful, horrible handwriting. This is what you would do, and these backwards T's, and these one L goes one way and one L goes the other way. This is what you would do if you were trying to like make it so your handwriting couldn't be identified later, and you were trying to make it look like it was a crime. This is so fake.
If you wanted to send a white substance to somebody and you wanted them to
you
get
want it to look like a real letter.
You wouldn't say mega and the top to throw it that way.
And why does it look like a 5-year-old did it?
It says, you will something black
F-A-G.
Yeah, you will die.
With this gun. Hang on, wait. This is great art right here. This gun, and then I think that might be a tree, and then that might be a noose around the neck.
So. It's a noose. It's a lynching thing.
Like, this is hilarious. This is fake. If you ever saw something fake, this is fake.
Right. The note was crafted from letters apparently cut out from magazines to form words. The pieced together message contained a racial and homophobic threats directed at Smollett. The magazine is one of the pieces of evidence retrieved from the brothers' home last week. Dude, this is one of the pieces of evidence retrieved from the brothers' home last week.
Oh my gosh. This is so great.
No, why am I laughing? Because what you have done is awful.
Goodness.
But if we don't laugh, I mean seriously, this is during a search conducted by CPD, because what I kept hearing was they found bleach, lots of bleach. But what does that mean? And a rope. You know what I mean? But did you find the rope?
Right.
And then this seriously, you found this.
All I know is that must be 2 guys out there trying to do a laundry and maybe pull something. Like, I mean, I don't know. Bleach? Really? Like, bleach. Now, if you live in the UK, there is a real threat of acid attack. So if they had, like, toilet bowl cleaner.
So here's the thing.
But they couldn't be dealing with toilet bowl cleaner because then the boy might mess up his face and that makes him money.
Here's the 2 pieces that put it together.
Okay.
When asked about the letter in a televised interview last week, the one we just showed a little clip from, on the letter it had a stick. He's telling, on the letter, it had a stick figure hanging from a tree with a gun pointing toward it. It also had MAGA, a reference to President Trump's campaign slogan, Make America Great Again, written as a return address. In due course, the facts will reveal themselves. At the end of the day, my clients are honest and credible, says the brother's attorney. So what is this doing in the brother's apartment? What's the rope doing in the brother's apartment? What's the bleach doing in the brother's apartment? And they're saying that they did it. They're saying they are the guys on the camera. They're saying it was us. Then that he paid us. Okay, so Smollett didn't just claim he was attacked by 2 white attackers in mega hats who poured bleach on him and put him in a noose. He also claimed he was sent a homophobic letter containing white powder a few days before the attack. But it seriously, the fact that he came up with this, it was in his mind, in his head. He's been in Hollywood too much trying to make it real. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to step back, Jack. Smollett appeared in a play with a similar assault. The Daily Mail reported on today that Smollett landed in Chicago shortly after midnight one day after he was in New York City for a reading of the play Take Me Out, which features a gay character who is attacked using the same racial slurs.
You're kidding.
Smollett told police his attackers screamed, including him, the F word and the N word. On Monday, Smollett's new crisis management rep, Ann Kavanaugh, reported there are no plans for Jussie to meet with Chicago police today. Any news reports suggesting otherwise are inaccurate. Smollett's attorneys will keep dialogue going with Chicago police on his behalf. So what had happened is he initially didn't want to go to the police. I guess people in his life, I think maybe his manager or something like that, kind of reported. He just wanted to tell people it had happened. He didn't want to make a police report out of it. And then when the police came, he didn't want to hand over his phone. And he redacted and didn't give the police all of his phone records.
No way.
Well, obviously trying to hide things up.
Okay, so he didn't think this through very clearly.
So here's the part where he picked the wrong camera, okay? After the alleged attack on January 29th, in which Smollett alleged that two attackers recognized him, shouted racist and homophobic slurs at him from the reading he had just flown back from, beat him up, poured a bleach-like liquid on him, wrapped a noose around his neck, and warned him, "This is MAGA country." Smollett made sure to tell Good Morning America last week that he spotted a surveillance camera that caught the entire incident. As Breitbart John Nolte reports, Smollett then admitted his disappointment when the camera was facing the wrong way. As one can imagine, had there been surveillance footage of the attack, the investigation would have proceeded very, very differently. Once police had the footage, it would leak. Once cable and network news had the footage, it would loop endlessly. The fact that two brothers are black wouldn't matter. CBS Chicago reports that a black face mask was found in their apartment. Smollett told police the attackers wore face masks. With those face masks, the organized left, the media, Democrats, and celebrities were allowed to assume his racist attackers were white.
Wow.
Now, the red hat, they had just bought 2 red hats, but they didn't say MAGA. They went to the store.
But it's okay because red hats do equal racism right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually have to have the lettering on it. I went ahead and pulled up just some images from Google so you guys can get an idea of who this guy is. You know.
So we're going to watch a montage here.
Okay.
Of the news media spreading this, eating this up. They wanted this to be a thing.
And that's part of this story here. It's not just what he did. Okay, to me, the main issue that I'm having, like, listen, this guy's going to be stupid, do whatever he wants to do. The fact that the media ate this up, and this is the point that you were trying to make on our Facebook page. If you're not following Resistance Chicks on Facebook, you should be. And that is this. They go after Alex Jones for Sandy Hook, and all he was like, listen, this smells a little bit fishy. Whenever something happens, they're so quick on the right to, if it happens to somebody on the right, they go, whoa, we're not really sure. This is an alleged thing that happened. But if it happens to somebody on the left, they believe it right away.
And all it would be...
They never pause.
See, the difference would be, with the Sandy Hook and Alex Jones, would be Alex Jones saying that Jussie Smollett's case didn't smell right. Now, if it turned out to be true...
YouTube is putting the chutzpah on the Knicks, whatever you want to call it. That's not the right word.
If one of these hate hoaxes turns out to be true and you question it, then you get the news.
Yeah.
So that's the, you know...
Here, let's get to the side here.
With a noose around his neck and hospitalized. Empire star Jussie Smollett was the victim of a vicious, racist, and homophobic attack.
His attackers hurled racial and homophobic slurs.
2 people yelled racist and homophobic slurs.
Racial and homophobic slurs.
Not only homophobia, we're talking about racism. We're talking about hate with steroids.
They are looking for 2 suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats.
The offenders uttered, "This is MAGA country."
The hate crime went down early this morning in Chicago.
Officials are investigating the alleged assault as a hate crime.
And now police say they're investigating this as a possible hate crime.
Anyone attacked in a hate crime like this is an outrage.
This is stomach-turning, mind-boggling
it really is
information. It's out of control.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi tweeting, "The racist, homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity."
And Senator Cory Booker said the vicious attack on actor Jussie was an attempted modern-day lynching.
Kamala Harris calling the attack an attempted modern-day lynching.
It is.
I'm so shaken by the story. This is horrible to report. This is a horrible story. This is a horrible story.
It is pretty horrible.
This is horrific.
Racist and unacceptable.
Absolutely despicable.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe this is actually happening in 2019.
I can't believe this is
hard
happening
to
in
believe that we're
2019.
That we're even saying words like this in 2019.
I can't believe we're saying words like this
This is
in
America
2019.
in 2019.
This is America in 2019. This is your America.
Where you can fake your own hoax, a racist, homophobic hoax, and think that you're going to get away with it. Well, you're not.
We once again see
We're smarter
CNN
than
and
that.
virtually all other left-leaning mainstream outlets spreading legitimately fake news like wildfire merely because a given narrative is politically and ideologically convenient to their corporate owners because, you know, MAGA, the mere mention of white men in MAGA hats immediately crushes the mainstream's ability for critical analysis. As many recent incidences of the embarrassing media, like with the Covington kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they wanted them to be racist so badly. And even in our newspaper, which is the newspaper of the Covington kids, they're still
the
putting out
Cincinnati
things
Enquirer.
like the Covington kids need to learn from this. The Covington kids need to learn from this.
Okay, so Scotty Good says, I believe it. This guy is a racist, and his racism fueled his event.
Yeah.
Donna Terry says, well, what do you know? Sharpton showed up.
So, CNN is all in on the Jussie Smollett news, but they keep forgetting the part where he claimed attackers were Trump supporters. Framing the Trump supporters is the crux of this hate hoax.
Yeah.
Okay?
So it is a hate hoax towards Trump supporters.
Yeah, we have, and this is happening all over.
It turns my stomach.
No, this is happening all over. A man, and that's why I wanted to bring you guys kind of a lot of these things because this just happened. A Tennessee man, this man here, faces a charge of first-degree wanton endangerment after allegedly pulling a gun on a Sam's Club customer in Kentucky for wearing a Make America Great hat. Listen, I'm not going to wear one of those outside. The Trump 2020 ones don't seem to bother people as much as those big, bright red hats.
Yeah.
It is dangerous to wear those hats. It is dangerous to be a Trump supporter.
It is.
And here's the thing.
Like a
this is
rebel.
where my mom always says, and the Bible even talks about, what they accuse you of is what they're guilty of.
Yes.
Because the mainstream media has been so careless and so reckless, and actually I think they do care. They care about framing Trump supporters every day, all day, to where even my conservative friends are telling me Trump has racist tendencies and it's making it dangerous for Hispanics to be in this country. No. They're calling Trump
if anything,
supporters...
the left is making it dangerous for Trump supporters to be in America.
Tucker Carlson has been talking about this and warning about this for 2 years. Because he said, if you really think that Trump supporters are Nazis and racist, you have an obligation to confront them.
Yeah.
Okay? But they're not racist and they're not Nazis. Okay?
Right.
So here's what he did. James Phillips, 57, told police he made an obscene gesture with his finger towards Terry Pierce and his wife inside the store because they were wearing MAGA hats. He told the police that he did this. Okay? After Pierce returned the gesture, Phillips, who was wearing a veteran's hat, pulled a 40 caliber out and stuck it in the man's face and said, "It's a good day for you to die." The guy said, "Then pull the trigger. Put the gun down and fight me or pull the trigger, whichever one you want." And he backed up and said it again, "It's a good day for you to die." Phillips then left the store and waited in the parking lot for his mother, who was still inside shopping.
According to Pierce.
I went out front of the store to confront him again, and that's when I got him in his car. He tried telling me I assaulted him, and I said, "I never touched you. I have a right to wear this hat and support my country." Surveillance video captured inside the store confirms that Pierce did not lay his hands on Phillips. However, the footage of Phillips allegedly pulling his gun on Pierce was not captured due to him backing away from the view of the camera. And then police arrived, and Phillips had a concealed 40 caliber Glock with a bullet chambered in one pocket and 2 additional magazines in another.
Wow.
So that's why people are this guy right here. This happened.
This is 13 News at 10.
Whoa.
Lots of talk on social media this weekend after a man said someone pulled a gun on him inside Sam's Club here in Bowling Green yesterday. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Darby Bean. A Tennessee man named James Phillips is now in jail on a wanton endangerment charge after the alleged altercation. According to the police report, officers were called to Sam's Club due to a report of a person with a gun. They said it happened yesterday.
So you get it. That's the guy.
Wow.
That's the guy. Okay, so there's a long list of these fake hate hoax crimes. Now, Brit Hume tweeted this out, this long thread by Andy Ngo. He's a reporter. He says, this is what Brit Hume says, there has been more of this fake hate crime stuff than people may realize or remember, as this thread makes clear. So let's go over this thread.
Okay.
All right. So, let's see. Andy is a journalist and photographer. All right. So,
I bet you pronounce his name just no. I bet the G is silent.
Okay.
No.
So here's this. Right after Donald Trump's election, the SPLC really stoked panic. A pro-gay Episcopal church in Indiana was vandalized with Heil Trump, a swastika, and anti-gay slur. Turns out it was the gay organ player who did it. He was only charged with a misdemeanor. 1. Days after the Pittsburgh massacre, Trump supporters were blamed for Nazi vandalism at a Brooklyn synagogue and fires in a Jewish community. Turns out the perpetrator was a gay black man who worked with city council on an initiative to fight hate crimes.
Oh my God.
So here we have, do you guys remember the Pittsburgh massacre? And
Yeah.
then they wanted to frame Trump supporters
At the Jewish
as
synagogue.
Nazis. So there were fires set. And Nazis
so
vandalism. And this was
dangerous.
a
Like,
gay black man.
Hang on though, because
This is 2 gay black men so far.
Mans.
2 gay black men.
Right. Now, mans. I have an issue. Listen, if you're going to use some spray paint and do your little fake hate crime, okay. But when you start setting fire to things, that could kill somebody. It could spread.
I'm glad you're okay with the fake graffiti.
Well,
yeah, so this
Parents dropping their kids off at preschool at a synagogue in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn, arrived to find class canceled this morning after anti-Semitic slurs were sprawled inside the temple.
There's little kids in the building.
And then turn it back up over there.
It's so upsetting.
There you go.
People are obviously very upset. They're concerned about security.
The NYPD Hate Crime Task Force released this surveillance picture of the man they believe wrote the hateful messages Thursday night around 8 at United Temple on Eastern Parkway. The slurs were written in black marker in the stairwell and hallways. The vandal also drew a Puerto Rican flag and wrote "Free PR." Many of the other messages so hateful we won't repeat them.
Beyond disturbing, we will not stand for this type of activity.
So there's that one.
What a tangled web we weave.
When first we practiced to frame Trump supporters. 1 week before the presidential election, a black church in Mississippi was burned in an arson attack.
Again with the fire.
Vote Trump was written on the building after much panic.
Before it was burned down.
After much panic, an investigation revealed that the man responsible was a church member.
Oh, man.
Can you believe this?
No. Yes.
Vote Trump. Mississippi black church fire was called a hate crime. Now parishioner has been arrested for it.
I hope nobody was
Here it is.
injured.
It's probably burned inside, and Vote Trump. It was brick, so.
Well, but still.
But why would you do that to your church?
You're supposed to be spreading the gospel of Jesus.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
This is really sad. We don't believe it was politically motivated. Well, actually that's very politically motivated. So you're lying.
Oh my gosh.
In November 2016, a Muslim student at the University of Louisiana said 2 white racist Trump supporters brutally assaulted her, ripped off her hijab, and robbed her. The story went viral. It was a lie. Media never identified her by name after Hoax was revealed.
Unbelievable. And yet they were okay with doxing the Covington boys.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're not going to reveal this lady's name, much less her address.
A UL Lafayette student who claimed she was attacked and robbed by 2 males, one with a Trump hat, says she made the whole thing up. Problem is, since then, this incident has struck a wave across the nation, going viral on Facebook and even appearing in a handful of national newspapers. News 10's Carly Lane joins us now live from campus with more.
It doesn't matter to them. A lie can get you halfway around the world before the boots
can get their truth on.
The truth can get its boots.
St. Mary Boulevard in Johnson.
Before I can get it out of my mouth.
Student claims Trump supporters attacked her and robbed her of her wallet and her hijab. Now the police have conducted an investigation. It turns out this entire story was made up. Students here on campus say it's unfortunate that incidents like this are being spread around with the campus's name on it. It is blown up on social media. It has 6,000.
So it would seem that the boy who cried wolf, if it does happen, and when these fake hate hoax crimes go out, they ruin the ability for people who are attacked to come forward.
Right.
It's absolutely insane. Here's another one. I remember that Trump and his supporters were blamed for a spat of anti-Semitic, KKK, and Nazi graffiti on the campus of Nassau Community College in Long Island in late 2016. The student responsible was this guy, who's obviously not white and probably Hispanic looking or Arab. Okay, there's this girl, I remember her. In December 2016, a Muslim woman said she was attacked by 3 white Trump supporters in the subway in New York City. She said they tried to rip off her hijab. She lied. Carr said Muslims are under tremendous stress and pressure, resulting in incidents like this.
Now, pause right there, because I don't doubt for 1 second that people that are not the majority, okay, and this goes for if you are a white person in a predominantly black neighborhood. If you are not the majority, you often feel uncomfortable and you are often treated different by a small group of people. And Lee and I were talking about this the other day.
But being treated different is different than having a crime done
exactly
against you.
Exactly. When it comes to racism, there are people in this world, and we said this before, but I want to say it again, that just treat us, everyday people, bad. Why? Because they're bitter people. And every person that they run into, they treat poorly. If I was a black person, I would probably take it personally and think to myself, you're treating me that way because I'm black.
Absolutely.
Not stopping to think to themselves, maybe that person's just bitter and they treat everybody that way. Because as white people, we get treated bad all the time just because people are turds. Okay, so there is that, and so as a black person, it's unfortunate that you get treated poorly by bitter people and people that are racist.
What they don't mark in their box is how many times because they're black they're treated better, and I have seen that happen.
I have too, and so it does kind of go both
so
ways.
It kind
but
of goes both ways,
and you hit the nail on the head. That aspect of being treated poorly, even if you are treated poorly, and the same thing goes for Muslims, by the way, they get treated a lot better when they wear their hijabs. People respect them. Okay, so there is
people are afraid to
seem
offend,
racist, and they go out of their way.
Right.
Okay, white guilt, whatever you want to call it. But it's not a crime to treat somebody rude. Right. And so these people, even if they have an ounce of truth in their rhetoric of people are racist and people hate people that are different, they don't like homosexuals and this, that, and the other, people that maybe they don't like it, don't take it so far to commit crimes, and that's what makes these people angry. And they want it to, they feel like a crime has been committed, so they have to create these fake hoaxes.
Bingo, baby.
To say, okay, this is how it makes me feel.
It makes me feel like a crime was committed when none was committed. Perfect. In September 2018, a black woman in Long Island said Trump supporters confronted her and told her she didn't belong here. Her car tire was slashed the next day, and a hateful note was left behind saying, "Go home." She made up the entire story. Okay? In November 2018, students at Goucher College demanded social justice training and safe spaces after racist, Nazi, and KKK graffiti were found on campus. Wow. Someone even wrote the names of black students. Trump was blamed. Flynn Arthur, a black student, was responsible.
Unbelievable. Here, wait, on Facebook Live, we have Bill Burnett that says it would have been more believable if he had said the white guys were toothless and playing banjos.
In 2017, St. Olaf College was roiled by mass protests in response to anti-black notes found across campus. Class was canceled, and the administration caved to demands. An investigation found that Samantha Wells, a black victim of one of the notes, fabricated the incident.
I'm telling you, this police work, this investigative work, either these people are really bad. I mean, I think I could do better. at hiding things.
November 2016, a Philadelphia neighborhood was rattled when property was vandalized with pro-Trump and anti-black messages. William Tucker was identified as the vandal, and that's William Tucker, a black man. So what we're seeing is an incredible
white, I bet.
Is an incredible pattern here.
Yeah.
If a black person now is a victim of some sort of crime,
nobody's going to believe him, and that's sad.
In 2016, a black female at the Villanova University in Pennsylvania said a group of white men yelling "Trump" knocked her on the ground on campus. However, a police and university investigation was halted because the student didn't want to pursue the matter, probably because it was faked. In November 2017, near K-State University, a black man's car was vandalized with racist messages. Class was canceled and students held demonstrations. Dentarius Williams later admitted to police he did it himself. Police did not charge him.
Wow.
Did not. If you don't start cracking down on these people.
What about that guy that shot himself? Are we going to get to that? Do you remember that guy?
I think so.
He ended up shooting. He literally shot himself.
I remember
on
that.
campus.
I remember that.
Like, that's extreme.
In autumn 2018 at K-State University, Sydney's upstairs.
Yeah, she's fine.
A note was left on an apartment that read, "Beware inward people live here, knock at your own risk." The victim admitted to police that he or she did it himself. That this was the second time he or she had fabricated a hate incident in 2 years at K-State, Kansas University.
Wow.
University of Michigan student Haley Bass told police a Trump supporter attacked her by scratching her face in November 2016. She said she was targeted for wearing a pin in support of UK Remain. As her story fell apart, she admitted to scratching herself.
Oh, darn. So Applemark says, Michelle, taken as a whole, all of these aggregated look like Che Guevara-style guerrilla tactics backed up with the media exposure.
Who remembers when Trump was blamed for the spat of death threats to Jewish community centers across the United States? Juan Thompson, a reporter who worked for The Intercept, was convicted of hoax threats and other offenses.
Which makes zero
Black
sense.
guy.
This makes zero sense for anybody to believe that Trump is anti-Semitic when he's the only president that's actually created ties with Benjamin Netanyahu and Netanyahu.
Embassy to Jerusalem.
Exactly. Who's going to believe that? And they do. It's sad how many people sit in front of the television and watch the MSM
His
and
son-in-law
think to themselves,
is Jewish.
this is all true.
His son-in-law is Jewish.
Oh my
His daughter became Jewish. 2016, Muslim student at the University of Michigan claims she was attacked by a white man who threatened to burn her hijab. It never happened.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing. Why aren't these women coming out saying that the real Muslim men are abusing them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Carr said the attack is just the latest anti-Muslim incident reported since the election of Donald Trump as president, and it didn't happen. One day after 2016 election, Alicia Long, a student at
VGSU in Ohio,
said that white males wearing Trump shirts threw rocks at her and hurled racist slurs. Alleged incident sparked rage on campus. The university hosted a town hall. Long made it all up.
Oh my gosh.
Election night, Canadian Chris Ball said he was beaten by anti-gay Trump supporters in Santa Monica. His friend shared a photo on social media, noticed the immaculate watch. Police said he never filed a report and he didn't go to any hospitals in the area. Most likely that is a bunch of fake blood. It's too saturated. Looks, because fake blood is made with sugar. And that's a saturated shirt with fake blood.
Right.
Charlotte, April 2017, Curtis Flournoy set an immigrant business on fire and left a note saying Trump is our nation builder for white America.
Gosh, that is a hate crime though, because you actually set somebody's business on fire.
When CCTV showed the perpetrator was black, some sites said it was a white Trump supporter in disguise. November 2016, students at Williams College dumped fake blood on campus and wrote AMKKK kill. Campus police notified FBI and state police investigation found the perpetrators did it to bring attention to the effects of the presidential election.
The effects that actually didn't happen, but you just made them up.
You're on to something, dude. November 2016,
Can't get anything
Chicago.
past me.
Taylor Volk, a bisexual student at MPU, said she received hateful pro-Trump, anti-gay messages. This is a countrywide epidemic of all of a sudden, she said at the time. The investigation found she had fabricated her story.
Oh my goodness.
2016, a message written at the Leon University that read "Bye Bye Latinos, Hasta la Vista." Students raged, saying the campus was unsafe and racist. Administration panicked. Investigation found that a Latino student wrote it as a commentary on the election.
Oh my gosh.
2 students at Babson drove through campus waving flag to celebrate election. Peers said they spat on someone, yelled racist and anti-gay slurs. This was a lie, but everyone believed it. They were kicked out of the fraternity. Investigations cleared them of wrongdoing.
Wow. So that was falsely accusing 2 people, 2 real people, that they did something that they didn't do.
Right. November 2016, Ashley Boyer, who was black, said 4 racist males threatened her. She said charges were filed. When social media posts went viral, Smyrna police announced the incident was never reported. Boyer did not respond to journalists. After the election, a banner in the East Bay area sparked fury. It read, "You can hang a blank from a tree, equal rights he'll never see." People feared this was now Trump's America. The man who put up the sign is black and did it to protest the court system.
Wow.
After the election, Kathy Tu, student at UM News, said she was attacked by a racist white male in a viral Facebook post. She said she fought back and was handcuffed by police. Students demanded campus suspend the racists. Campus police said they never interacted with TU.
Oh my gosh.
In November 2016, a man in Malden, Massachusetts, told police he was confronted by 2 racist white males who made a reference to lynching and said, "It is Trump country now." He fabricated the whole story. So we're seeing a little pattern here.
Yeah.
The whole Trump country thing.
Yeah.
And how the media keeps saying, like, is this a George Soros? Like, are these people being played? Because
They're
this is a
talking
lot.
points. Yeah.
This is because people have said Trump's a racist, and you name one, and they want to name one of these stories,
But
they
can't.
can't because they're all faked.
Right.
But there's so many of them. There's so, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just like, a lawyer in a courtroom will say something that they know is going to get objected to. They know the objection is going to get sustained. They know it's going to get stricken from the record. They know that the jury is going to be told to wipe it from their minds, but it doesn't matter because they already planted the seed. And that's what's happening here.
Brian Stelter and CNN work overtime to pretend that the MSM did not uncritically promote Jussie Smollett's absurd hate crime story in a giddy rush to frame Trump supporters as violent. This article here is about Andy Ngo's giant list of all the times, all these things that we just read to you. It's absolutely this is the crime. This is the crime. Now,
do you know though that all of these things compiled together equal, I believe, election fraud? Right? This is worse than anything that any Russian or whoever ever tried to do at all to influence an election. Okay, you are literally concocting fake stories to sway public opinion, not to vote for a president. And it's being upheld. Talk about being sustained. It's being sustained by the media and supported by them.
We have Russia that we hear about all day, every day.
But you never hear about these things. They get swept under the rug.
They were flipped.
Yeah.
Right? Because Pizza Gators got put under the bus. Remember that?
Exactly.
And they never let that die.
Oh my gosh. Even though that was real.
Now watch CNN try to backtrack here and make it still about Trump supporters.
This should be good.
It is different. And look, we don't know what happened to Jussie, but what we do know is that racism is alive and well in this country. Homophobia is alive and well in this country. 2017 set a record for the number of hate crimes, and the president
and fake ones.
And his rhetoric has been cited by people who there is real evidence of people who have done these crimes who cite that the president has inspired them.
But is that why people just
name one? They can't name one. They just say it's happening.
Yeah.
They just can't say it's happening.
It's called fake news.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So remember, we got the Covington Catholic kids.
Wow.
And the reason they just said, Jake Tapper was like, video footage strongly contradicts Native Americans veterans claim.
Sandhar says so many black people on YouTube are not backing Jussie.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I have noticed that actually, and even Cardi B Bay. She's a famous black singer. I don't know. Now, this just happened. So there's a store called Vans. Kids wear these Vans, their shoes, right? So he goes into the store. I know. He goes into the store with his mom. And this just happened this week, like a few days ago. Yesterday. This just happened yesterday. Trump derangement syndrome is real. A van store employee at Oak Park Mall in Kansas. Now, we're seeing a lot of this, like in Kansas, which is really weird because Kansas voted for Trump. A 14-year-old boy was told F you for wearing a MAGA hat. And he did get fired, by the way. I think I'm going to need to turn this up. Hang on. Let me get this right here because it's really low. All right.
What did you say to my son? To my 14-year-old son? What
I'm sure he's heard it before.
He said, F you. I'm sure he's heard it before. F you.
Where's your manners?
Manager.
Oh, manager, okay.
What? I was told. I was told.
You touch my child.
I'm not touching him. I'm telling
Let's go. Let's find your manager now.
Go this way. I love these mamas. Come here. We're getting this on camera, sons. We're getting this on camera. You don't tell my son F you. He wearing a hat.
My son walked into the store. That gentleman first told him, take off your hat. He said nothing to him. 14-year-old child. Then he said, F you to my son. My son said nothing to him, did nothing. That is a disrespectful punch right there. He did nothing.
The manager's like, oh dear, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? What am I going to do?
You would think that these people would be trained to hold in their hatred a little bit.
Vans, in a statement to Fox News, confirmed that the employee involved in the interaction is no longer with the company. The actions and comments from one employee in our Oak Park location are in contrast with our company's values and beliefs in personal expression. Wow. That was kind of a good way to frame that.
That is a good way to frame that.
This Allison Comarata tries to pretend CNN always had their doubts about the Smollett hoax.
Presidential Town Hall, tonight at 10 Eastern on.
Was it a hate crime or a hoax? Law enforcement sources tell CNN the Chicago police now believe that Empire actor Jussie Smollett paid two men to orchestrate an attack on him. Smollett's attorneys deny that the actor played any role in his own attack. So joining us now to talk about all of this is Charles Blow. He's an opinion columnist for the New York Times, and Brian Stelter. He's CNN's chief media correspondent. Great to have both of you here. Brian, I remember in the hours right after this happened that CNN, that our bosses were advising to pump the brakes a little bit because there were some things already that didn't add up. I was frankly surprised how many people
pumping the brakes at 85 miles an hour
to side with Jussie Smollett before there were photos, before there were police statements, before all that stuff. And so, how do you think this all? What was the trajectory of how this went wrong?
Yeah, the headline was so sensational and so disturbing. It first came out on TMZ. Not only that Smollett said he'd been attacked, but that
whatever. Brian Stelter was one of the first ones to tweet out that he was so like,
oh my gosh! And you know what? They always pick the. You know. Have you noticed? I don't even know. I should know that lady's name because we've covered her so much. But
Carmelita.
Is that her name?
I think so.
They choose her when they need a bold-faced liar. That's what they do every single time.
She's a bold-faced liar.
She's really good at it, and she has no qualms about it.
No, none.
You know that she's the one like sitting behind the scenes, like we need her to do it because nobody else would be able to deliver that with the same. Oh my gosh, she's the best liar we have.
So Donald Trump Jr. slams Instagram after Smollett post was deleted. Why don't you want the truth out there? Donald Trump says, shocked. I really thought MAGA folks who are all over downtown Chicago were waiting with a rope bottle of bleach to ambush a rich guy at 2 a.m. and -4 degrees because those are conditions where all people go out for Subway rather than order.
Hang on. Speaking of that Subway, let's go to Terrence here because this is going to be good. Let me put on your.
Well, hang on. Let me finish this.
No.
A spokesperson for Donald Trump Jr. told the Daily Caller that Instagram forced the president's son to delete his post about Smollett. Otherwise, he would be unable to access his account.
No way.
Speaks for itself. I hope Instagram won't arbitrarily choose to censor this one. A spokesperson for Instagram involved apologized for removing the post Monday and said it was an error.
Okay, here. So Terrence Williams on Twitter, and he is like literally one of the funniest guys on the planet. I mean, he is really, really funny.
He got his chicken today.
He got his chicken. No, but he's all the one always bringing up food, which is what reminded me that I wanted to play this.
He's always.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I was talking to a friend, and I said, I just want them to find them. And she said, sweetie, they're not going to find them. They're just just made me so angry because so I'm just gonna be left here with this.
I love his laugh.
Oh, my stomach hurt. Okay. The Academy Award goes to you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. I cannot deal. Okay, listen. Okay, get myself together here. Okay, Terrence, snap out of it. Boy, the fact that you actually cried over an attack that you staged. America is so great that you had to pay somebody, some Nigerians, to oppress you. And it's the first time ever anybody has ever scammed some Nigerians. Boy, you know you wrong. You know you wrong. 2 a.m. in Chicago, below zero. 2 white guys in a black mask screaming MAGA country with some rope and some bleach. And they didn't take your Subway sandwich. If somebody's out in the cold at 2 a.m, they gotta be hungry. So if they didn't, y'all got in a physical fight and you went home with the rope around your neck and the sandwich and your wallet and your phone. Yeah, we knew you were lying, boy.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for that, Terrence. Oh my
word.
gosh.
Okay, so now I want to go to Babylon B.
Okay.
Jussie Smollett is offered a job at CNN after fabricating news story out of thin air. So while the Empire actor Jussie Smollett has been having a tough week so far, there appears to be a silver lining. Cable news channel CNN has offered Smollett a job as an investigative reporter and an on-air anchor after witnessing his skills at fabricating a story entirely out of thin air. CNN producers were reportedly impressed throughout the ongoing saga of Smollett's apparent hoax attack on himself.
Maybe it was an audition.
Oh my word. They realized early on the facts didn't add up, but were fascinated with how well the actor kept the narrative going. An HR rep quickly reached out to Smollett to see if he'd be interested in taking a position at the news organization after news broke that the entire thing was probably fabricated. Smollett has exactly the kind of skills we were looking for in our fine organization, said CNN correspondent Brian Stetler. He picked a narrative, made up all the relevant facts and details, and stuck with his story in spite of glaring holes in the plot. It's hard to find people who understand our core values here at CNN, but Smollett seems to be just the guy for us. The actor has accepted the offer and is now undergoing training to learn how to weave even more intricate narratives ex nihilo, according to insiders.
Now, it's difficult for people that don't know the Babylon Bee. It's sarcasm.
Yeah,
that's not real.
Now
that was fake,
Camilla,
but it was still funny.
It was funny. It's based in
kind of like
it's based in reality.
Yeah.
All right, so Camilla Harris had tweeted out that he's one of the softest, most gentle spirits of all mankind, and he's just so awesome, and she believes in. And she presented an anti-lynching bill because it's high time to stop the lynchings in America.
Absolutely, the fake ones too.
Awkward. Camilla Harris on her Jussie Smollett modern day lynching tweet, aka what it looks like when you've been out shopping with your new BFF reporter girlfriends when a journalist asks you a real question.
Oops.
Which tweet? What tweet?
About saying that it is a modern day lynching that.
Sorry.
Jussie Smollett.
Okay, so I will say this about that case. I think that the facts are still unfolding, and I'm very concerned about obviously.
Quite come up with something fast enough. Now, do you know that woman wants to be president of the United States of America? Yeah. Can you believe it? I think she might get some votes. Some hoaxy voxies.
They rig everything. The Democrats rig everything.
They do. And you know what? They think they do a good job of it. They don't.
So to sum up this episode here, because this is a one topic episode. the left has taken their mask off.
Yeah.
And it is, they keep falling in the hole. And the Bible has
a beautiful thing.
The Bible has a saying. What does it say? The trap that they set for you, they'll fall in.
Exactly.
And we're in a season where we're kind of getting ready to celebrate Purim. As you know, we don't always do the Jewish holidays, but sometimes we do. And we've been reading about Esther and the story of Esther.
Well, they're not just Jewish; they're in the Bible.
Well, yeah, Hebrew holidays. And in the story of Esther, you have a man who works for the king, Xerxes. Haman. Yeah, he works for the king.
Ahasuerus is the name of the king.
Okay.
Not Xerxes. That's a different Old Testament king. I messed you up there. It's
okay.
Ahasuerus.
Okay, that's awesome. So anyways, Haman works for the king. Right. And he hates this guy, Mordecai, who is a good man.
Yes.
He's also the uncle of Esther, who happens to be married to the king at this point.
Right.
Well, Haman hates Mordecai so much that he has these gallows built. Mm-hmm. And he convinces the king to write it's
not just that he hates him, though. I mean, he literally issued a decree that said everybody's got to bow to these statues of me, and if anybody's not be bowing to them, then whatever. So the guys go to Haman and be like, hey, that guy Mordecai doesn't bow. And so Haman was like, listen, it's not enough just to do Mordecai. We got to kill all his people, because the reason why Mordecai won't bow to me is because he has to only worship God and not me.
So that's the reason why they have to do these things, because they know that we're not bowing.
We ain't bowing
to their socialist, leftist, satanic,
hoaxy,
deep state. They have to do the hoax because of the deep state, because they want to control people.
Right.
And like I said before, we would have no Federal Reserve or income taxes if we had the internet in 1913.
True.
Because we would have stopped it, and we would have had our Congress people, which were much better people back then, there for the vote if they had known it was happening.
Right.
So our whole life would be completely different today if we had known.
They snuck it in at Christmas time when nobody was there.
And
if we had the internet, everybody would have been there.
And Woodrow Wilson was in the White House for over a year while his wife and his physician ran the country.
Right.
And if we had the internet,
they had him drugged. I think they kept him drugged and dumb.
Probably. So, and he was the guy who did the Federal Reserve. So my point is that we're not going to stand for it anymore, and we have to come together, and we have to be able to use the power of the internet, because I don't want you guys standing behind a computer for the rest of your life or watching a computer. Yeah. I want you to be outside. I want you to be enjoying life, but you can't as long as they're stealing from you. They're creating these, we're going la 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 about our lives, humdy-ho, you're just trying to love your kids.
Hi.
Hidey, hi.
Humdy, ho.
Hody, ho. Heedy. You just want to get up every day, and you want to love your family, and you want to do your thing, but they're like literally shoving their trash in your face, and you're like, now I have to pick it up.
Well, not only that,
now I have to clean it up.
They're literally outside of your house building gallows.
That's pretty much what it is. So you're like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to do something about this now. And so that's why we're here at Resistance Chicks, to expose these things, because I just want to get up and live my life every day, but there are people who are socialists and communists at heart, and they have gotten our country to a point where they think that they can just tip it all the way. Mm-hmm. And we have to come together and just say, finally, no.
Yep,
and that's what we're doing right now. This country is so great that they have to invent hate crime hoaxes, and then they have to continue to, on the mainstream media, say that there's a bunch of them happening.
Right.
There are a bunch of them happening. Mm-hmm. They're all fake.
It's so great. It's such a wonderful time to be alive. It's such a wonderful time for Resistance Chicks to be covering this stuff. They hand it to us on a silver platter.
People are like, oh my gosh, Trump supporters are so giddy about this. They're so happy. You know why I'm happy?
Because it's exposing all y'all lies.
No, I'm happy that a hate crime didn't happen.
And why wouldn't we be happy that a hate crime didn't happen?
I'm giddy that it was faked. Not because it exposes the left,
so
but yes,
actually they kind of prove our point when they say that the right is happy, because the right really doesn't want hate crimes to be happening. Not because it makes us look bad, but because we really don't want people to be committed, an offense committed against them.
Especially of who they like with the Muslim hijab things. Most people who realize that Islam is bad are not going to be attacking women, because they see those women as oppressed.
Boom.
Okay,
duh.
And literally what you accuse somebody else of is what you're guilty of. Mm-hmm. So it's
Donna Terry says, still waiting on proof of life. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She is out. She is out and about. She's alive.
They must have pumped her full of some sort of false move your limbs weekend at Bernie's thing. Unbelievable. Oh, so Patriot Gallery would like to remind us that it's President's Day. Here, now let me see. I don't want to mess up my camera, but I'm going to because this is our studio here.
Here we go.
We got Georgie Porgy right there. George Washington.
John Adams. Patrick Henry wasn't president.
Patrick Henry, but he was a founding father. So that's our President's Day ode, homage.
Yeah.
Right there. So we're going to sign off, right?
Yeah, we're going to sign off. I think tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to come to you with my little rap and with the little, I don't know what to call it. I have to come up with a name. And I want to get it out.
Appropriation. You cannot rap if you are not black.
I want to come up with I want to call it something so you guys can get behind it. And I want to see you guys doing it. So that's going to be this week. Sometime. All right. So
remember
to like,
comment, subscribe to both of our channels, Resistance Chicks and Mass Faith 3 on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. You can go to our website, resistancechicks.com, Blogspot. Ring the bell for notifications, because you won't be notified one way or the other.
We have a P.O. box, though.
107 Milford, Ohio, 45150. We're going to do a mail call this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fun. And another thing I want you guys to do, my email, massfaith33, MASFAITH33 @gmail.com. I want you to submit to us your song request. That doesn't mean we're going to sing every song that you request, but we would like a list of suggestions, and we will be putting your name on air if we choose your song. And in the title, put song suggestion, okay? Don't just send me a link straight from YouTube of a song you want us to do, because I get like 200 links a day, and I don't get to them all. So for the song, I need you to put in the subject song suggestion or song request or something like that.
I want you to share this. I don't know. I've had this song going over my head, so I just want to sing it.
All right.
While we're here.
Okay.
Okay?
No.
All right. So this came on the back of a something we're going to show you on Friday from a viewer. So it reminded me of this song, and I just love the song. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of bliss to bear the dreadful curse for my soul, for my soul. To bear the dreadful curse for my soul. To God and to the Lamb I will sing, I will sing. To God and to the Lamb I will sing. To God and to the Lamb who is the great I am. While millions join the theme, I will sing, I will sing. While millions join the theme, I will sing. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing and glory be. And through eternity, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And through eternity, I'll sing on.
So on Facebook Live, we have one of our friends, Kate. So I want to give her a shout out. Hi, Kate. We see you. She says, love you guys. She also says, ugh, this is so infuriating to everything that we're talking about.
It is, which is why we had to end in a good song, because guess what?
We winning.
We can't cast out the demons unless we can see them. Right. Unless we know where they're at.
Right.
Okay, and so what they've been doing is they've been taking their masks off. The light is shining. It ain't so dark anymore. We can see them. Okay, so shine your light brighter, and then the roaches scatter. Okay, you're not going to get rid of all the evil till Jesus come back. But guess what? The brighter your light shines, the more the roaches, they have to hide.
Yeah.
Okay, what's been happening is in the darkness, the roaches come out, they start eating everything and start doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Men in Black. there's like a scene like
I hate that movie so much, so don't bring that up. Okay, so you guys, they're taking their masks off. We can tell who they are. They've been angels of lights, but now they're literally coming at us with pitchforks and little pointy ears.
Horns.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which means we can see them for what they are. Yes. All right. Hot diggity dog. I want to thank you guys for being here. Thanks to the moderators who were here. Patriot Gallery, Donna Terry. Was anybody else here earlier? I can't even remember. But I think Barry was here earlier in the beginning. We love you guys. God loves you. God bless. Remember what, Leah?
It's not just a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Now, Trump Jr., Donald Jr., he tweeted something out. He said that. He said...
No, he didn't. He took our line.
Yeah,
Does he watch our show?
I don't think so. But he said it's not just a conspiracy if it's the truth.
But it is.
I know.
It can be. Did you correct him and say, listen,
I did.
I said
it's not just a conspiracy theory if it's the truth.
Then it's conspiracy truth.
Right.
Because they are conspiring against everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. See. And we only know that because our original tagline in the very beginning it's not just exactly a conspiracy if it's the truth, and then other people were like corrected us on that. It can be a conspiracy.
It can't be. It needs to be a conspiracy theory.
Right.
Theory. It's not just a theory if it's the truth.
Theory. Okay. Good night, guys. We love you.
I was caught